Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wendy, if we haven't met before, and today I'm doing a grocery video. And it's basically what I feed my family for a few weeks, how I do my grocery shop, what I purchase, how I decide what I'm going to purchase, how I make a meal plan with the things I've got. So basically, if you want some inspiration and motivation on how to do those things, then please stay watching. So I'm doing a 2-weekly shop, and I'm doing it to keep the groceries and the grocery bill, the expenses down, and I'm just keeping it really tight and organized so I know exactly what I'm doing all the time. There is a lot going on from day to day, and I just want to make sure that we're eating well, and I want to make sure that I've got a bit of a plan, because at times we are running overtime, whether we're working on a project outside or getting some work done around the place, that we lose track of time. And so if I already know that there's going to be enough and that we've got an organized plan, I just can get that started in the morning, and it's not a real drag or it's not a real drain on my willpower in the evening to not just rush out and get takeout, or we're living on eggs on toast for the next 2 weeks. So I'm getting it together and getting organized so that I can support myself and support my family during this busy time. Now, I did my grocery shopping yesterday, and it took me a few hours to get it all done. It was pouring with rain, so it was in and out of a number of different grocery stores, and I'll show you soon what I purchased. But I did initially already record an introduction and say hello to you guys, but when I just rewatched it and was planning to edit that part of the video, it's completely unfocused and you can't even make out my face properly. I don't know if it was a setting that I had wrong. It's not doing it now, so I'm going to say goodbye here, and I will send you off to the video of where I'm doing my grocery shop and showing you my meal plan. So I'll see you in a minute from yesterday. Boy, oh boy, do I look like it's the end of the day. It has been a busy day, but I finally got my grocery shopping done. I did do an online order for Countdown, so I combined my Pack and Save shop with that. So I did my Pack and Save shop and then picked up my Countdown order. So that's why it's late. I had put in my order at about 3 o'clock. So I'm going to show you what I ordered, and I'm going to show you what I've brought to last us this few weeks. And I'm also going to show you what my menu plan is. And I feel like I also need to show you what I've already got on hand, because that is really the basics of my menu planning. I have to go off that first, because I add to it with all the stuff that I shop. So I'll show you a little bit of that as well. Okay, so I'm going to spin you around and I'm going to pick up each item and I'm going to explain why I buy it. Emma is getting some rice on to cook for me. Thank you, Emma, so that we can have some dinner very soon. Hey, why is there a sticker here? Speak up to stop the bullying, people. Yep. Tomorrow is pink shirt day. There you go. That's actually pink. It looks red in the picture. Anyway, so this is probably my number one thing that I buy, which is the bread that is not whole food. And the kids love these. They make little cheese toasties and mini pizzas and things. So I always have these on hand. And these are really nice big ones that I get from Pack and Save. I got toilet paper because this packaging is recycling. I get that from Countdown. And I got some whole grain oats for breakfast. I try to buy the whole grain stuff so we can soak them and do overnight oats. The other ones seem to fall apart and go mushy in the soaking process. I got a little bit of oil because I've still got at least half a one, so I got that to add to it. I got some rice vinegar. That's actually already been used by Regan. I bought it earlier today from Davis Trading, and he made some sushi before he went out to squash. And I got some sweet chili sauce from Davis Trading because we're completely out. And I got my 50 pack of nori sheets, which is nearly $17, but it just means we've always got nori sheets on hand. Sushi is a real go-to for my kids. The dairy products I got, and I realize here that I don't have the butter. I have to make a plug for this. This is a real big one for me. Warehouse have an app, and you can go in and you can see the prices of things, and their butter is $4 for 500 grams. So for a pound of butter, $4. And the cheapest I could get at the supermarket was $5.99 or $5.49 or something. So I'm going to go and get 3 pounds of butter tomorrow. I was supposed to get that today, but I don't know, I just got distracted with things. I had to get gas, and someone was delivering stuff, and it was raining, and driving in the rain, I don't know what it was. I just got really distracted with a lot of different activities today. So I'll get butter tomorrow. I got two kgs of Greek yogurt, and we use that a lot for breakfast. And I got 1 kg of this cheese. I have already got a full one in the fridge that hasn't been opened, so 1 a week is plenty. I got this of sour cream, which I'm not even sure this is going to be enough for 2 weeks, but quite often I can make yogurt work in a meal if I don't have sour cream, so we'll just see how one works. I got some fruit tea, and I got some peanut butter. Normally I get peanut butter in my co-op order, but that's a little bit on hold at the moment until we can get our first order back up and running. So I just got this to last us for a few weeks. I got some walnuts, and a treat today was cacao nibs for my breakfast that I have. I have the soaked oats and yogurt and fruit. They're only about $3. I think they're on sale. Yeah, I'm excited about having those. It's nice little chocolatey bite. 4 things of oat milk. And Emma's annoyed at me that I got this one because she likes a different brand, but I always just go for the cheapest. And oat milk is just expensive, it really is. But James and I have this in our coffee in the morning. Yeah, it's the only time I have milk. We have got a 2 litre of milk in the fridge that the kids use for their things sometimes. Over here I've got some fruit and vegetables, and that is because I've still got some in the fridge, so I'll show you what I've got in the fridge, but I'm just adding to it. There's a lettuce. I have got lettuce in the garden, but Emma likes the iceberg lettuce, so I let her get one. It was only like $2.50. I've got a few tomatoes. The price is a little increasing. It's not too bad. I have to look and see what the price of those was. I got a bag of capsicum, and they were $8.99, which I'm really sad about. It is an odd bunch. $8.99 for 6 capsicum. 4 for $4 for the avocados. There was bins and bins of them, and they all looked very ripe, but these seem to be okay. Got some apples and bananas to last us a little while, and I got a tin of spaghetti. I haven't brought this in so long, and I thought that it might be something nice to have like in toasted sandwiches, or maybe the kids would like spaghetti on toast. My mum used to make pizzas with spaghetti on. Maybe it can just be a snack for the kids. Thought I'd try it. I got some vegetable stock. This is a really good brand. They normally have vegetable and beef, but they only have the chicken ones today at Pack and Save, and they don't have any added stuff in them, which I like. Salt, vegetable oil, sugar, yeast, extract, dehydrated vegetables. That's what's in them. None of that MSG stuff. No flavourings, no nothing. You can check that out there. The extras I got, little condiment thingies. These kind of things can make or break just boring salads. So I got sun-dried tomatoes. This was $4 for this jar, which is fairly small, but that's plenty to last us a few weeks. I got some olives. I like to have those on the side of fresh veggies for my lunch. And also beet kraut, which I'm pretty sure I could make myself, but I just haven't got around to it. So I buy it and I love it. I prefer this to sauerkraut. I have found someone that does one of carrots and daikon, and they do them in jars at home, so I might try that when we have moved and get settled again. I bought 3 things of Turk's chicken, and this is so we can have chicken curry on rice. Hang on a moment. Instant Pot was having a little fit. This is basically for chicken curry, which is an easy meal, because I've got a tin of this in here that needs to get used, some curry paste. I normally buy the Bostock's chickens, but these ones aren't organic at all, but they're corn-fed and they are free range. So I'm hoping that that is the case. Hopefully the chickens are well treated. I really don't know. Tegel chicken chips. So I bought these actually for the kids to put in their sushi. They just want protein in there. Unless they've got some protein of sorts, they feel like there's nothing in it. So I got those, and in the freezer. Also, I nearly forgot, I bought these from Davis Trading. I had them in the freezer. It's about 50 of these vegetable dumplings. I don't buy any of the dumplings that have pork or chicken or whatever in them. I can't. I don't know where the chicken is or where the pork's come from. So I just buy the vegetable ones, and we only use them as a backup. Big pot of dumplings, and I fry them off, and we make some decent dipping sauce to go with. We get a good recipe, and that's my go-to. So that's my stuff that I brought. So in the pantry here, just showing you the basics of what I use as my base. I've always got heaps of tinned stuff, like tinned beans, tinned tomatoes, tomato paste. I sometimes use the beans when I want to do a vegetarian meal. I've got coconut milk for when we have curries. So those are staples that I keep in here. I always keep the staples of lentils, rice, quinoa, pasta, lasagna sheets, those kind of grainy things in the back there. And then I keep the sauces, so make sure we've got sweet chili, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar. Coconut aminos, I bought that for the first time about a month ago, and it really is a good alternative to soy sauce. Got some sesame oil, and I've got some nutritional yeast, fish sauce, which should be in the fridge, Worcestershire sauce, apple cider vinegar, things like that. And I also have garlic and ginger. So this is where I keep the vegetable stock. I've got my baking ingredients that I try and keep, but I'm not too worried about the baking ingredients. We don't do a whole lot of baking. Down the bottom here, I have got in this cane basket onions and potatoes and kubera. There's a few potatoes in there. In the back there, I've got some pumpkins that can be used up also, that I will use for vegetarian meals. I make a pumpkin lasagna, pumpkin soup. Okay, so this is my fridge. And up here I've got condiments. There's a little bit left of this beetroot. As you can see, I really do eat it. That's a bit of yogurt. I've got beetroot in a tin. There's some gherkins in the back. Maple syrup. Tomato paste jar that's half used. Got some kimchi in the back and half a tin of peaches. And this is some kind of, oh, this is James's tomato relish that he made. I keep my eggs in the fridge at the moment. It's starting to cool up, so they would be fine out of the fridge, but I'm nervous about them going off if it gets warm inside, so I keep them in the fridge. Eggs really are a go-to staple for us. I get a tray probably every 10 days of 30 eggs. It's from a local guy who breeds his own chickens. He's got them free farmed in this big paddock, and he delivers them to my door. It's $15 for 30 of them. It's fabulous, and it's a real handy thing to have with teenagers. Yeah, these are I always have to have eggs on hand, always. Got a little bit of cold meat there, half an onion in a bag, and this is the rice, wine, vinegar, sugar, salt mix that the kids use for their sushi. They add this to the rice, gives it that sweet tart taste. And this is some rice that they've already mixed, and they use that today. Got hummus, that needs to be used up, some homemade chicken stock. I've got a thing of lettuce. This is what I got out of my garden. This is a few feijoas, and oh yeah, Regan brought some pancakes, which is a bit funny. That's half an avocado. Got some carrots and celery for a juice. And in here I've got nearly a whole cauliflower, half a broccoli and a few carrots, but I've still got carrots there. What have I got here? Half an oat milk, some aioli, whipping cream, that's Regan's. A bunch of sauces. I don't know why we have so many sauces. Barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, barbecue sauce. They're the same. Oh, that's smoky barbecue sauce. And this is ketchup, nearly finished. Lemon juice and mustard. Ginger, pickled ginger for sushi, and yeast. Then we've got cheese, just regular cheese, and cream cheese. It's a full one, not been opened. That's some chicken stock. Regan also bought that. He wanted to make ramen the other night, so he bought that one night to make it. Some oat milk. So in here I have got, well, the kids have got some fruit juice and James's mint ice cream. And the rest is berries, 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 and 2 frozen bananas. And that's some, a bag of cumin to be used up. This is pet food. And this is my bin of vegetables. There's beans, edamame beans, spinach, cauliflower rice. There's a big thing of broccoli under there. Broccoli and peas. So I'm happy to actually use some of those up before I buy more vegetables. And without having to go out there, in the freezer in the garage, I just keep my meat all out there and I bring it in if I need to. I've got about 4 roasts, I've got some steak, and I've got about 10 packets of mint and a frozen Bostock's chicken. So I've got plenty of proteins for the next few weeks. We don't have meat every night. We probably have red meat twice, maybe 3 times a week. We have chicken, we have vegetarian meals quite often. So that will do us for plenty. It might even last us until we move. I don't know. So I'm going to put all of this away, and then I'm going to show you what I'm making for the meals for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be super simple. They've got to be easy meals for us to have, so I don't have to stress too much about the thinking when we're really busy in the evenings. I have to be able to sort it out in the morning and have it done. Hey there, so it's the next morning actually, and I did write up the menu list directly after dinner and I was going to show you, and I had a call with a friend at about 7:30 and we talked till about 8:30. Came out here, had my dinner, and I did make up my menu list and I was going to talk to you, but then my son rang and we had a nice big long conversation about houses and buying and selling and all the things that are going to be coming up over the next month or so for us. So that was nice to chat with him. So in the end I just had a shower and went to bed, and I thought I will catch up with you in the morning. But here is my list of my menu, and I write down at least 14 meals that are going to last me for the next 2 weeks, and I do allocate them to a day, but I certainly don't stick to those days because it always depends on the weather, the timing, what else is going on, if I remember to defrost something. It really is something that I can be super flexible with, but I'll show you the menu based on the ingredients I know I have in my cupboard. So I keep this on the side of the fridge so that we can all refer to it, and I start to cross things off as we use them so that everybody knows what's already been had. Okay, so here is what I kind of refer to as Meatless Monday. That's quite a common phrase. Lentil lasagna, which I've made before and is actually really delicious. and the kids don't really complain that much, so I will use it. Chickpea curry is also a really good one in the Instant Pot. And then I've got roast beef. We've got quite a few roasts in the freezer, so I'm going to use up those, and so we'll have one a week for the next however long. Chicken curry we had last night, so I've crossed that out so people know it's already been eaten, and I'll do a chicken curry again. Minced beef. Got quite a bit of minced beef in the freezer. I've got about 10 packets of 500 gram minced beef. So I can do lasagna or any kind of fried up mince with lots of vegetables, but I've just got here we can do tacos or enchiladas. I've got steak in the freezer. I've got some yummy porterhouse steak, and I don't want to have that every week. That just feels far too much for me. So we'll do that once, steak and eggs, and we'll probably do homemade fries with that. And I've got a corned beef, so we can have that as well for one meal over the next fortnight. I've got a roast chicken in the freezer, so I will do roast chicken with veggies, and there's always heaps of leftovers with that, and then I make a bone broth. This week I've put down to put the broth in a pumpkin soup, which is always yummy, and I roast the pumpkins, which adds an awesome yummy flavour, so we'll do that for that night. I put here lasagna. Yeah, how many times is that having beef this week? I'm going to switch that up while I'm talking to you. So this roast chicken is going to have heaps of chicken leftovers. I always end up having shredded chicken or something. So I might do, and I'm going to remove this. This is my menu planning happening right now. And I'm going to do lasagna with that mince. And down here with this shredded chicken that's left over, I'm going to have chicken tacos. Yeah. And there's always going to be leftovers. Always leftovers. We always have a fridge that's got leftovers in it, and we have a night where everyone has something, like it's a lucky dip in there. Now the very last thing that I do is make sure I'm able to feed these teenagers on the fly, because they come into the kitchen at random times when I'm busy and they want to eat. If they want to buy junk, they can go and buy it themselves. They both have licenses, they have money, so I don't buy them rubbish. But I do like to make a list here of what are options that they can eat. Just to, you know, when you're hungry and you can't think, or sometimes I can't think for what they should have, and they can't think what they should have. So if I put it here, it does help. So the first one is sushi. That is always an option. The next one is pancakes that they can easily make with maple syrup. The next one is eggs definitely has 2 G's. Eggs on toast, toasted sandwich, and the other one is a tortilla pizza, which they get the big wrap and they put some tomato paste on it with cheese and some capsicums or onion or whatever, and a salad. Emma always likes to make herself a salad. Sun-dried toms, olives, gherkins. So I find if I do have this here, it really does help them jog their memory, and they start thinking through the things that might appeal to them on the day. So that's as good as my menu planning goes. I know I've got everything here to make these meals, and I know that we won't starve, that's for sure. Oh, and I should put here fruit, because there's so many berries in the freezer. Fruit smoothies. So let me know how you do your menu planning. Let me know if you've got something like this for your family, and hopefully this has helped in some way. Hopefully it's motivated you to do a little bit of meal planning. Try and keep those costs down. Try and keep organized on the things that are in your pantry so you can feed your family well. And until the next video, bye for now.